Hey, Capricorn, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Capricorn, I'm getting this energy right away of someone that you are interacting with. Could be close to the heart, partnership, family member, friends. Someone may surprise you with their actions is what I feel here. You aren't expecting someone to say something or do something the way that they do it. Now, I don't know if this is for the better, for, the worse. I feel like it's just part of this human experience, part of this soul journey. Now, you may actually have a conversation with someone in the month of May around your stability, around your home, your safety, and it may surprise you their response is what I'm getting. So let's say you meet up with someone that you've been in a connection with for quite some time. Let's say this is a lover or someone who you've been in maybe even a long distance relationship with. You may say to this person, I found this place to live. I'd really like to live here. What do you think about us moving in together? They may surprise you with their response. For others of you, there could be something around the home in the recent past. You may have taken care of a family member, a loved one, a child, a parent. You may have been updating your stability as well, or there could have even been a move is what I am sensing here, because you do have the birdhouse showing up in the recent past. And I feel like there may have been an unwanted visitor is what I'm getting here. Now, this is in the past as well. So it could have been that someone showed up unexpected, or it could also have been some of you dealt with a landlord or someone in a complex that you lived in that was quite difficult. So it could be your neighbors, or it could be, again, a landlord. And I just feel like something may have been unexpected. I'm also sensing some of you may have had to deal with a situation within the home. It could have been a water leak. Maybe it was a mold issue, or it could have been some drilling, hammering, or loud music. There's something here with neighbors or updating the home. But again, this is past energy. I feel like you're finding solutions to those challenges, or you already have. Now, in the present month of May, you have the Hearts card, which is beautiful because we're talking about love, relationships, family, and connections. And this is all about the love and the heart chakra. So you're really taking a look at the relationship with self this month and the relationship with others. So Capricorn, I feel like you're focused on opening the heart chakra to have a better experience of the heart. Okay, and in the near future, you are making some very important decisions, and you see the keys here as well. Some of you certainly could be moving out of a home. You could be traveling. You may buy or purchase, or you already have maybe a home on wheels or a camper, because I'm just getting here these keys dangling in front of my face. So I feel like this is symbolic for either you have the key to a new opportunity or a new path, or this could be symbolic for actual keys showing up in your world. I'm also sensing that someone in the family or someone around you may be receiving or buying a new car. Now, this could also be someone getting their license or getting their permit to drive as well. Now, you also have this energy here about you of knowing what you want and maybe how you're going to get there. Okay, so knowing what it is that you want in matters of the heart, but I feel like you're trusting in the path being shown to you. So let's take a look and see what the heart of the matter is for you, Capricorn. Thank you. In the month of May, they do want that one. All right, so there's the Tower, powerful energy here. It doesn't surprise me to see the Tower because we're seeing a lot of shifts happening behind the scenes on an energetic, collective, global level. Now, there may be something that shows up unexpected, but I feel like it's for the better. And this is what I was sensing in the very beginning as well, because the Tower can be an unexpected change, but I feel like you know how to move forward through this, or it could be even a tower that you've stirred up within yourself, right? And it's because something may have had cracks in the foundation, or it wasn't standing on all four legs. There may have only been three, and you know how that works. If you go to set up a chair that has three legs, it's going to topple over. So I do feel here with this Tower showing up, this could be an awakening within you. This could be a shattering of an old belief system or an old way of thinking about love, or what love should look like, or in a traditional sense. I feel like you're becoming enlightened around a situation, and it's actually going to allow you to rebuild. So let's say you've had a Tower moment with someone in the past, because we have many of them throughout our lifetime, but I feel like there may have been a situation that came crumbling down, but now you're able to really take a look and see what works, what does not. You have a clear vision, and that's what I was sensing for you. I'm just going to pull a little bit more, a couple more cards to clarify this Tower for you before we move on to the challenge. What do we have here for Capricorn? And that could be that energy of someone around you. You're not expecting completely what it is that they say or how they react to a situation. I feel like this Tower is going to surprise you, yes, but it's also going to allow you to move forward. Let's take a look and clarify. What's this Tower all about here for Capricorn? Thank you, Spirit. All right, we have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you are course correcting. You're pivoting. You're taking a new path here, because when the Five of Wands shows up, this is about you making a decision, but thinking it through thoroughly. Because the Five of Wands, you don't want to make a wrong decision, but you feel like every step you take, whether it's forward, to the side, or even to the back, you feel like you are being maybe cornered or trapped or criticized or judged, right? This is about you being able to work together. This is about not having all of these hoops and obstacles to jump through, right? I'm getting that there could be sibling rivalry as well, or it feels that there's more than one person involved that's really tangling things up, and it causes this Tower moment. So I feel like there's a lot of players in this game here, and it can be, you know, a sibling, a parent, a child. It could be, you know, someone else's family interfering as well. It doesn't have to necessarily be third party energy, but I feel like external situations aren't helping this situation. And Seven of Pentacles is about pivoting, course correcting, right? If it's not worth it to you, or if you've ended a cycle, I feel like you are finding a new path. And you may still have that final goal, that final destination in mind, but the way of which you're doing it, it's creating resistance. It's creating challenges, struggles, obstacles. So I feel like you're course correcting, you're taking a new approach, taking a new path. And I feel like that is what this important decision is here for you. So Capricorn, I feel also with this Five of Wands showing up, someone around you was not able to see things from the same page. Okay, and they just were not able to come up with a compromise here. And this could be anyone, but I feel like you've had to maybe just part ways from this person and let them grow and evolve, just like these apples. There's some apples that fall, and then there's some that grow hardy, and it happens at different times, different speeds, different rates, right? And some of them fall, and that's where we get the saying, you know, this person's a bad apple, or the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But I do feel here that there's going to be a new opportunity that's going to be fresh for you, and that's going to be sweet, and it will be worth taking this new path here, building up again. Let's take a look at the challenge. What's showing up for you in the month of May as the challenge for Capricorn? Now you're probably thinking, Melissa, that already seemed a little bit challenging, but let's take a look and see what it is for you and how we can help you through it. Okay, so some things of the deep past may be showing up again for you, Capricorn. Some things that maybe you had hoped would be settled sooner rather than later. Some of you may have been going through, they're showing me the scales. It could have been justice. It could have been some sort of judgment, legality as well. Now, the challenge for you is the Ace of Swords, to find some sort of resolution to a conflict. It is about communicating effectively instead of miscommunicating with another person, because someone around you is very bullheaded, very stubborn, and they're only able to see it from their point of view. And it does feel restricting and challenging when you are faced up against this person. the Ace of Swords as your challenge is about indecision. And so I do feel that if there's a little bit of lack of clarity or indecision on how to move forward in the near future, you're going to have to make this decision and trust that you have what it takes to make decisions that are in your highest good. Because some of you made a difficult move, we'll call it, with this with that chess piece. There was a move that you made that you may have second guessed after you made it, or you may have said something to someone, or maybe you've taken action, but then you maybe pulled back on whatever that action or that word was, or someone else may have done that to you. And I feel like you're trying to clear up something. I'm seeing someone literally sweeping away the negative, trying to sweep that away. I mean, some of you could be sweeping as you're listening to this, or you may need to sweep up a mess, but I feel like that's symbolic for kind of cleaning up the cobwebs here. Let's take a look and see what's below you, what's in your foundation. You have the Page of Discs, focusing on your health, mental health, physical, emotional, spiritual, but also it's about new beginnings in the physical world, right? Pages can represent news. It can also represent younger people. So this could be, maybe you had a child, a son or a daughter with a person here, and the relationship didn't turn out the way that you thought it would. For others of you, you want to be able to grow and learn, but you're focusing on your health at this time. I'm also sensing here with this Page of Pentacles, some of you are trying to manifest a job. There could have been struggles around a job loss that's affecting your love life, or it's affecting your home. Some of you may have even lost a home. I mean, that would be, these are pretty huge things happening here, but the Tower can bring about huge changes. And I feel in the deep, deep past, there may have even been some wounding, some past wounding that happened even in your 20s or 30s, I'm sensing as well here. But I feel like you're protected. You see that this page is carrying his shield, and he is ready to tackle any new challenges here. But the page is also manifesting new financial, physical, or stable, solid foundations. And I feel like you have what it takes to rebuild, because you have this sense of enthusiasm within you. Some of you may have been told you are an old soul. You may have heard that from people before as well, or you have a young heart, regardless of how old you are, is kind of what I'm picking up on. But some of you were focused on your health or taking care of the health of someone else around you as well. All right. It could have even been taking care of your own children as well. I'm getting some of you may have a child who is possibly autistic or may have a learning disability, and you've had to homeschool as well. That's very specific, but please take that as it resonates. All right. Let's take a look at the recent past. What's going on in the past energy here? All right. We have the Seven of Swords, diplomacy, some sort of challenge. Whether it was a liar, cheater, someone who stole your time, basically. I feel like there was someone around you that just wasn't being honest, wasn't being ethical or truthful. And it felt negative. It felt challenging because you expected the truth from this person. And I feel like there was a major betrayal or a setback. There could have also been gossip behind your back is what I'm getting here, because the Seven of Swords, I'm grateful to see this in the past position, but it could be something that you found out in the past that's now creating this Tower moment. But the Tower is good because it needs to crumble down, because this was a pretty heavy energy here, this Seven of Swords in the past. So I do feel that this Tower is actually going to help heal or clear whatever this was for you. Now let's get to the juicy good stuff of what you're manifesting and what's coming in the future. So what's in your headspace at this time, Capricorn? I feel like someone really was trying to help you, or you felt like they wanted to help you, but at the same time, there was disharmony, okay? Because what you're trying to create right now is this Ace of Wands. You want this new beginning. You want creativity, you want passion, you want to feel inspired from the inside out, and you want to feel in alignment. So whatever it is that you are trying to manifest in your world when it comes to love, family, and relationships, you want there to be more peace and more strategy. You want to feel optimistic about manifesting love or coming together with family or how you parent or any of these things that matter to the heart, right? This is you being able to take something all the way instead of feeling like you're burnt out or you don't have the motivation. If you are feeling stuck, there's a creative new approach to take when it comes to manifesting those dreams that you have here. So the Ace of Wands is a beautiful space to be in within you at this time, Capricorn. So stay open to these new ideas. Your imagination is really, really strong at this time, but make sure that your imagination doesn't run wild in a bad way. Okay, what I'm sensing here is sometimes we mentally think of things that are illusions or stories, because sometimes we need to manifest and focus on what we want. We need to take a step closer to taking action instead of just wish fulfillment here, okay? And I feel like you are taking action because in the near future, there's the Three of Swords here, which can be about discord. You want a new beginning. Someone may have a hidden agenda or may have something else in mind, or they're just stubborn, bullheaded, and there's discord happening with this Three of Swords. Now, when the Three of Swords shows up, I feel like there is an opportunity here to start fresh, to build from the ground up, and to find a compromise, find a solution here to whatever this Tower moment is. You want here a brand new beginning is what I sense, whether it's with a person from the past, whether it's a family member, or you just want forgiveness, or someone around you may want forgiveness as well. Let's take a look. I want to see what else is showing up, because this Three of Swords, it can be disappointment and conflict, and it doesn't surprise me. You have a lot going on here this month, and with the Tower and with the Ace of Swords as your challenge, there may be, we have Mercury going retrograde, we have that solar eclipse, we have a lot of planetary shifts happening, and you may feel out of sorts throughout the month. But I do feel the more you can get out in nature, the more you can ground your energy, connect with like minds, people who support you and love you. You're getting the Tower all over again. So this is a really powerful month of change, but I feel like this is some much needed change for you, especially for those of you that have felt that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If you've been repeating something, it's been like Groundhog's Day every single day, or if you've been living in this Tower for quite some time, I feel like there's a final piece that's crumbling down that you may have actually been holding on to, but there's a new beginning that you are completely ready to manifest, and you're ready to take that next step. So whatever this is for you, I feel like there's a choice to make here when it comes to love and relationships. So trust yourself to make the choices. Now, how are you feeling? What are you doing? You're building your stability regardless of what's going on around you. Four of Wands here is a powerful energy of 1111, and I actually seen that earlier as we were talking. So I do feel some of you may be in manifestation mode. You may be seeing ones often. For others of you, this is about celebrating a milestone, some sort of achievement. And you may be thinking, well, Melissa, how do we do that when the Tower is crumbling? I actually did do a collective reading on Tower moments. So if you're going through one, I'll link those collective readings in the description box below. You may want to check that out. But the good news is here, there's development. And that is important. That is a vital piece that shows up after the Tower, is to develop a strong, solid structure. And I feel like that's what you are doing. And so this Tower is actually a really good thing. If you can see it from that point of view, if you can ask yourself, what else does this mean for me? What does this mean for my family? How can we grow? How can we build on something more solid, something that feels good to all parties, right? This Four of Wands, I like that you are in this energy despite what's going on around you, because yes, you're holding it all together here, but I feel like you have help and you have support. You're not alone, either in the physical, the spiritual, or both. You're not alone, Capricorn. Now let's take a look and see what's going on around you. What's going on in your environment? We do have the Ten of Cups. Yes, this is, like I said, this tower is actually coming in to make way for the better. And sometimes when we're stuck in the middle of a tower moment, we don't always feel like it's going to bring us a reward, but we actually see this happening here. Ten of Cups is that card of happily ever after, wish fulfillment. Now, some of you, it could be betrayal. Okay, it could be betrayal. Some family member or someone that was close to your heart may have betrayed you, and it's caused a little bit of kink in the family dynamic. But I do sense that there will be a reward from all of this, and that's why we see that showing up here. But you may feel like you're on the flip side of the Ten of Cups. And that flip side can feel like neglecting family. It could be family disputes, arguments, unrealistic goals, betrayal, everything that we see here with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So I do sense that you will be able to flip this Ten of Cups to the upright with the rewards. But in order to do that, there needs to be some decisions made on your end. Let's take a look at the hopes and fears. What are the hopes and fears here, Capricorn, for the month of May? Now, some of you may feel that this doesn't resonate. That's okay as well. I feel like these tower moments, sometimes people get very, very fearful when they see a tower moment in a reading, but the tower is so much more. It's actually very, very important to our human experience, to our growth, to our evolution. And the tower offers us freedom. It shatters an old illusion, an old way of doing things, seeing things, being in that energy when things are not in alignment. Right? When we are living from maybe not our heart, when we want to live from our heart, but we actually are misaligned by doing something that doesn't align with what our heart says, then we tend to bring in this tower moment to attract and bring back in alignment. So what are your hopes and fears? Queen of Cups, to trust your intuition, to love unconditionally, love yourself, to build upon a relationship or a family dynamic that is based on compassionate love, empathy, and nurturing each other, support. This Queen of Cups, I mean, some of you may even be having a difficult time with a mother figure or with a sister, or it could be someone who is highly intuitive as well. But sometimes the Queen of Cups can be over emotional. She takes things too personally. She really needs to focus on her own cup. So if you are dealing with some other feminine energy in your world, I feel like they need to go inward themselves and focus on their own intuition instead of succumbing to the fear base or to the ego, because that can bring in a sense of stubbornness. It can bring in a sense of bullheaded. And then when you come together, it's like two bulls, right? Two rams. And I feel like that's not getting anyone anywhere. Now, this feminine energy, it doesn't have to be female. It certainly can be. But I feel it's important for you as well to focus on your heart, your dreams. Now let's take a look at the final outcome. What is showing up here, Capricorn, for you in the month of May? Final outcome. So you have a whole pile of cards showing up. We'll read them all. We have the Lovers. That's the very first card out here. That makes sense because your hopes here are the Queen of Cups, to be in this emotionally safe, secure, and loving energy within yourself and with those that you surround yourself with. Because the Lovers card is feeling balance. It's feeling harmony. It is joyful celebrations in times ahead. I'm also sensing that there could have been a disagreement between adult children as well. It could have been adult children possibly over the care of a mother. Please take that as it resonates. Now behind this, we have the Three of Discs. This is about teamwork, making that dream work. It's about collaboration, coming together for the greater cause instead of disconnecting or feeling separate, right? Or feeling alienated from the family dynamic. I do feel like someone may be crossing boundaries or stepping lines when it comes to maybe parenting, smothering, neglecting. There is this energy of needing to come together to create something that is going to be beneficial for all involved instead of letting the egos or the fear base get in the way. And it's actually affecting those that it shouldn't be affecting. For example, there could be custody battles. There could be children involved, or there could be other family members that may be suffering because of the choices that an adult is making here. So we have grounding, 5 of Wands, and we've seen that already in your reading. So I do feel that there's going to be a solution to finding a challenge, but first there needs to be an important choice made in order to get to that solution. And then we have the initiation. There's the Tower showing up again, and this is interesting here because you have the Tower, and I do feel I feel like this is all about, let's see here. We have the Star as well. We have the healing. These numbers are a little bit different, but this Tower is actually represented with that Devil. So I feel like there is a brand new initiation to heading towards a better outcome here. And then lastly, you do have the Four of Pentacles. Opening yourself up to change is going to be key, is going to be necessary. You're going through this inner transformation at this time. You've hit this peak, and I feel like you're reclaiming your power, you're freeing yourself, but a decision will be made to open yourself up to a new creative approach. And it's going to equal this Lovers, right? Because all of these cards show up behind the Lovers. And this is about a love commitment, a union coming together. For those of you that are single, I feel like there could be some past energies or some things that you are dealing with in your personal life that may be affecting your romantic life. For those of you that are in a committed relationship, I feel like it has been betrayal or wounding, whether it's from this person specifically, or you just feel like you are not a priority in this union and things need to change because there is discord. There's moments of imbalance here. So doing what you need to do to dedicate yourself, ground yourself, and open yourself up to love is going to be very important in the month of May. All right, let's take a look and see what the Soul Truth has to say. What can you ask yourself at this time to help you open up that heart chakra to the highest level of love? What do we have here for Capricorn, please? We have, am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, Capricorn, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all of your heart. There's the Lovers. There's the Queen of Cups. There will be the Ten of Cups, the reward. So go with all of your heart here. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. Yes, this is about you moving forward here, getting clear on what you want and we said that in the very beginning of your reading. I feel like you're getting clear, and that's going to allow you to make that decision and not go back on that decision, not second guess your choice, because when we second guess ourselves, it means we don't trust ourselves, and it pulls us into that misalignment. And you don't want to be in that place, because then we don't necessarily manifest the things that we really truly want, because there's that misalignment happening. Now, last but not least, let's get a message here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I will read to you the relationship message. What do we have here for Capricorn, please? What do we have for Capricorn? All right, Capricorn, you have a leg up. Yeah, you don't have to do this alone. It's card 34. Some of you may be 34 years old, have a birthday on the 3rd, the 4th, or the 7th. And this is all about a lending hand, a helping hand. And that's what I was feeling earlier. Even though there may be people around you that sometimes it doesn't feel like they support you or want to help you, I feel like there are those good people around you. Receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. Relationships that are healthy thrive on interdependence. It's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask, and it is given. Yep, don't expect others to read your mind. That can really jeopardize new beginnings here as well. It may be about communication, and that's the challenge for you in the month of May. The protection message. For those of you that do struggle, especially because you have the 7 of Swords, the Tower, and the 3 of Swords, this is a huge month for you for growth and for emotional maturity, as well as making decisions for you to trust in your own self. The protection message is this, Capricorn. Are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit that you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Yeah, and sometimes we get into that energy, and we talked about that earlier. Someone around you is very stubborn or bullheaded. I mean, this could even be you at times as well. Please take it as it resonates. But I feel like there's a helping hand, a leg up, and support. So know that you don't have to ride this roller coaster alone, right? You have someone right next to you screaming along the way, but you have what it takes to go through these ups and downs. So enjoy the wild ride, but buckle up, Capricorn, because May is looking very powerful. All right, beautiful souls, that is what I have for your May 2023 reading. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.